Adam here from ARB Overland, and today I'm going to be hiking along the Coliban Main Channel and through Friars Ridge Nature Reserve. There's going to be slips, trips, sticks, tunnels, channels and more, so stay tuned. Let's go. So all up, today's walk is 10 kilometers long. However, we might make it a little bit longer and head up and have a look at the Taradale Basin, which will bring it up to 15 kilometers. We'll just see how we go. Okay. So the first half of today's walk follows along the Coliban Main Channel, and it was designed in 1863 by an Irish engineer called Joseph Brady, and they completed the channel in 1877. And all up, it's 70 kilometers long, and it starts at the reservoir in Malmesbury and goes right the way into Bendigo. It's quite a drop down into the channel. No wonder they put the barrier up. So this channel, despite being 149 years old, is still in use today. And it supplies water not only to the Bendigo, but also to the Castle Main water treatment facility, which they in turn supply 14 towns in the region. So this channel is made up of open cut sections, some of which have been concreted. There's also pipelines, tunnels, aqueducts, siphons, and even artificial waterfalls. However, I've never done this walk before, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to see today. Kangaroos just up in there. So one of the things I think that makes this so impressive, aside from the fact that it's 149 years old and is still in use, is that the entire 70 kilometers of it was dug by hand. There was no machinery. There might have been the odd horse and cart, but other than that, it was all just shovels and picks. This is quite a thing. It appears to be a spillway for the creek up in there, but it also doubles as a bit of a tunnel cum pipeline for the channel to continue through. And I guess that way one doesn't interrupt the other. Wow. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but that is quite the embankment there. And straight up ahead through there is a big, like, bricked face with a tunnel running through it for the channel. I'll bring you in close and I'll see if we can get a better view of it. I mean, it's quite a thing too to think that all this has been dug out by hand. That is a lot of dirt they've had to move. Watch my footing going through here, because it's pretty slippy. There we go. That's that tunnel I was telling you about. Well, we'll make our way back up and out. There you go. So I've climbed down there, gone across, and we went down into there to have a look at the tunnel. The other end of the tunnel there. It's all up, I'd say that's probably a good 70-80 meters long. It's not bad. So I've just had a quick check on the map. We've got another couple hundred meters to go, and then we'll come up to a dead-end track. We'll cross over the track there, follow the channel for about another kilometre or so, and then we'll cross over the channel at Kangaroo Creek, and then we'll be up in the Friars Ridge Nature Reserve. Well, I'm just coming up on Kangaroo Creek now, where I'll cross over and make my way in a Friars Ridge Nature Reserve, and I think that'll be pretty much the last we'll see of the Coliban Channel. And this is Kangaroo Creek running through here. And that's where we're going to cross over. I think though, being as this pretty much marks the halfway point of the walk, and there's a nice little spot in there, I'll take my pack off and I'll set up and have a brew and a bite to eat. Once again, I've got a bag of food and the good old Crusader stove. I think it was a good call stopping here for a coffee. I was thinking of carrying on up into the reserve, but I think this spot's going to be hard to beat. I think in future videos I need to work on bringing some real coffee instead of this instant stuff. Just working on packing up, and a whole load of little grey fantails have come in. They're only small, so I don't think you'll be able to see them on the camera. But you can probably hear them. Quick check round. We've left nothing. Let's carry on with our walk. Just show you up Kangaroo Creek a little bit. There's a lot of ferns. I wonder how many foxes and rabbits are hiding in amongst them. So the first part of the walk along the Coliban Main Channel was pretty cruisy. Because I was coming from the Bendigo direction, going towards Malmesbury, it was only a very slight uphill gradient. But I get a feeling that now we're off the channel and in the nature reserve, there's going to be a few steep hills. I could be wrong, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Okay, so we've got lower kangaroo track and saltwater track. Saltwater track. That's our turn off. So this running through here is Dearden Creek. Just head up the creek a little bit, have a look. Looks like there might be a nice little vantage point up here. So I've just come up off the track to investigate what looked like a quartz reef coming up out the ground, and in actual fact it looks more like a mine. There's nothing labelled on the map about it, but looking at that I would say this was a mine many years ago. sure is deep. Quite a thing indeed. Well, I just finished having a look at that mine, and now I'm just going to make my way back onto the track and we'll carry on with the walk. I must admit, I am quite surprised that wasn't labelled on the map at all. So I'm just coming out of Friars Ridge Nature Reserve and I can see my car, which marks the end of today's walk. And we are back at the car. And remember, if you enjoyed today's adventure, don't forget to subscribe and join the adventure at ARB Overland. Danger, Will Robinson. Ah, the Serenity. Just got to be very quiet. Hopefully we can get this guy on camera. I don't know if you guys can hear that creaking, but that's my pack. I've got no idea why it started doing that, but it is very annoying. I guess it needs an oil. My knees could do with an oil. Make my way back onto the track. Oh no, you caught on a stick.